Let's go to the people's champ. I'm going to give you this explanation. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this isn't this is really like the fan favorite. And they may not have started out as that, but by the end of the season, this is who the fans really seems like they took it into their soul and took it to their heart as fans and supporting and giving them their stamp of approval. And I think this is this could have gone a lot of different ways, but I'm pretty confident in my pick in this one.
Ain't it just like the class clown to show up late?
Unbelievable! Where you been?
We already done passed your award. We
Ricky.
name an award after you, Ricky, and you miss it. But
unbelievable.
It is what it is. So Kevin actually agrees with you.
Okay.
And my people's champ is Jamal Williams. Why did you say Jared Goff is the people's champ this year?
Because I didn't know how much love Jared Goff really had from Lions fans. I didn't realize. Like, listen, we put out a lot of conversation about who they could replace him with, other people they could trade for him. I put out the piece about getting Lamar Jackson. Yeah. I ain't seen this much support for Jared Goff until I put that article out and see the kind of love that this man was getting. Does he deserve it? Yes. He had a very good season to play like a top 10 quarterback. I have no hate on Jared Goff, and I'm proud, and I'm expecting him to come back next season as a starter.
Oh, he's back next season. If he's not back next season, there's something.
I didn't know how the love extended out this season, so it has to be Goff for what we saw this season.
Okay, and that's fair, and, you know, whatever. I will not say that.
Yeah, you almost picked him, didn't you?
Not for this one.
Okay.
I almost picked him for the next one by default.
Gotcha.
Which we'll get to the next one. But my people's champ is, I think this was the easiest. Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot watch an interview with Jamal Williams. You cannot watch him playing catch with people before a game or doing his little dance after a touchdown.
The thrust.
Listening to his intro on Sunday Night Football, being the village den leader of the something. I don't know anime, but Jamal's gotta be the people's champ.
Okay.
Because, like, listen, I loved him last year. He's like my favorite Lion, and he may not even be coming back next year.
Right.
But I love this dude. Like, to go from, I lost my grandfather, this win was for him, I dedicated to him, but don't let the tears fool you. There's dog in this place, right? Like, I love that guy. He's the people's champ. He has won me over. I think Ricky's right that J-Mo is going to be the people's champ next year. And rightfully so is probably the people's champ this year with how much people love him as well. You know, we talked about him last week a little bit, and I think that, you know, he definitely has a chance to make a huge impact. I just want to see the personality a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you have something? Or are we going?
No. I was gonna bring up the J-Mo thing, but it's okay.
Let's not bring it up. This is all positivity, man. This is all positivity. Yeah. Like, I appreciate, like, your pick of Jared Goff is spot on, right? Like, he is the people's champ around here. Like, people legitimately love him more than Matthew Stafford. Which, like,
you could really make that argument. I ain't mad at that. They do.
Like, you cannot read anything negative about Jared Goff, and everybody was ready to push Matthew Stafford out of the town. Which, okay, whatever. On a talent basis, I don't think they're even in the same tier.
Mm-hmm.
But like, this is uncharted territory, I think, for Lions fans actually appreciating the quarterback that is the quarterback of their team. So, okay, like, he's the people's champ. Let's move. Yeah. I feel like I need, like, the Lion King theme song playing right now, but I can't. Right? Yeah, like
copyright purposes,
Simba, right? Lion King. This is the MVP of the Detroit Lions. Our last award for 2022. Who is the Lions MVP this season?
I want to see some in the comments first.
I want to see some comments too. I'm very interested to see.
A lot of these could have gone a whole lot of different ways. This one's not easy either.
And I have a little caveat that I will throw out there as well.
Okay.
I would have put Jared Goff here.
Okay.
And I almost did.
Me
because,
too.
like, legitimately, he could be seen as the Lions MVP this season. But my guy, I think, was a little bit more integral. Okay, the O-line, great choice for the MVP, 100%. Fred says Goff, which I also think, like I just said, for sure. Yes, I've hated on the guy. I've been very critical of the guy. I will probably continue to be critical of the guy because I don't think that they get to that next level with him. However, I have somebody else for MVP, and I know you do too. You ready?
Matt had a really good one too. Brad Holmes, that's a good.
Oh
choice.
yeah, that's a great choice.
Yeah, mine is
Yeah, let's go to it.
Mine is it's got to be Ben Johnson, man. It's got to be. I tried to pick Goff, but his road games made me mad. I almost picked Jamal Williams, but then the Dallas game came up to mind, and there was some other moments where he was kind of quiet. It's got to be Ben Johnson, the way he was able to keep the glue of this offense together. I feel like the offense had to be the piece that not carried, but they had to be the leaning point for the Lions in order to get to the 9-8 record that they got to. And he was a big point of a lot of that. Like, there was a lot of questions of who was the mastermind behind it. Clearly, it was Ben Johnson on the clipboard and a lot of the play calling. We're going to talk about him in a little bit in our next segment as well. But yeah, for me, the MVP got to go to Ben Johnson.
I feel like you have an ulterior motive.
Maybe some agenda behind it. Maybe.
You're like, I'm giving you this award. Please don't leave us after 1 year.
Yeah, please, man.
Let this sweeten the deal. I don't have any money to give you, and I can't guarantee a contract, but I can give you a superlative. Dang it! Please don't leave us.
That's all we got, bro.
For the love of God, please do not leave us. I know the angle you're working, and it's cool. I'm here for it. But I had to double up on Jamal. I gave him, the People's Choice Award, or the whatever the last one was. I forget off the top of my head. But when you talk about 1,000-yard rusher that the Lions have not had since 2013, and you talk about a guy that broke the single-season touchdown record of the great one, the greatest running back who has ever lived, Barry Sanders.
Facts.
I don't think you can MVP anybody else. Now, I will, again, caveat and say, Jared Goff for sure has an argument. There's no doubt about that. I would not be mad. He was my second choice. But when I weighed the two out, I go, I got to give it to Jamal. Jamal has got to be the MVP of this team because, number one, he was the number 2 running back going into camp. And then DeAndre Swift, your dynamic running back, goes down. And who carried the load? Jamal Williams.
Yep.
Did he have a few bad games? Yeah, but the entire team had a few bad games.
True.
Goff wasn't great against New England. Goff wasn't great against the Jets, right? The offensive line struggled against Carolina for the most part. But Jamal Williams was pretty consistent. And for him to be able to get into the end zone 17 times and rack up 1,000 yards rushing, that's significant. And I don't think that should be overlooked. So Jamal Williams, you are a free agent, but I hope that you are back at least for another year or two, possibly, because you are this team's MVP. You are their leader emotionally. You are their leader statistically, running the ball. I don't think there's anybody else that you can give it to. I really don't. But yours is a good call, too. Like, Ben Johnson is phenomenal. And that's going to do it. Those are the superlatives for 2022, the Detroit Lions.